Alright, this is a part 2 of our comic. We're gonna be asking questions about this comic now. Okay, well, this is my first question. Alright, oh wait, before we do that, I'm William, and this is Anthony. He's the creator of the comic. I'm one of his best friends, and also the carrier out of it. The carry out of. Okay, first question to anyone who has questions. Where do you find this?
On smackjeeves.com. Look for smackjeeves.com/profile/a bunch of weird numbers.
Okay, simply as that, we can just say. You don't need to put in anything else. Just you can even search it on Google now. We're not gonna say it's really famous, but may become a hit sensation to many of us. But what I would like to say, sorry, but the comic is going to be very important to us. And the next question for most of our viewers, Anthony, stop making weird faces. Okay, the next question: what kind of comics can you be expecting out of this webcomic?
Scary comics. Comics that have faces and go.
Not only that, we could say some of these, sorry again, some of these photos are actually homemade, but like most of them we could get from the. If you like to join, here's the policies. Okay, number one, you can you could get homemade photos. Okay, homemade photos like anything that's funny, and all you have to do, edit it a little bit, or you don't need to edit it at all. Just put in the comic, and it'd be finished. Number two, you could get what's it called? You could get photos off the web, but you must edit them. You cannot put them in as they are. You must edit them. That's the most important part. We do not want to have copyright. If we have copyright, if you do have copyright though, you must put special things to it. But that's a whole nother subject. Okay. Okay. Question 3. What would be a way to contact the authors? Me or Anthony here?
You can find us on our email. Mine is spiderdude1025@msn.com. Go ahead and say yours.
Okay, and my email would be spork2341 at hotmail.com. Okay, if you want any more questions, well, we're just going to still say questions. We have 2 more, and we're going to tell you about more of the, what's it called? Oh, the information of this webcomic. Okay, you can hit it off, Anthony.
Um, Wait, what was the oh, right. Last 2 questions. Excuse me. Last 2 questions are what the what is up with this comic? What's the point of it? Well, let's ask this guy.
Okay, have you ever wondered the mysterious world of the moose? Okay, can you imagine this? You go camping one day, you find a moose. What do you expect it to say? Do you expect it to say A, Bakak, 2, moo, 3? Okay, sorry. Alright. Okay, 1, Bakak, 2, moo, 3, meow, or 4? Maybe like his burp he just did. It still counts, doesn't it? Okay, what we're trying to say is we like mooses. So we want to keep the world full of moose. Oh wait. Sorry, that was a rock power sign. Okay, the fourth question. Wait, we just did the fourth question.
My answer to the comic, the reason for the comic, he interrupted me. But why is this comic exist? I don't know. It's funny. And moo holes, by the way, is another thing, but there's supposed to be another comic for it soon. Coming soon.
Yes, terminology for the moo hole is like but it's a human word of it. Other than LAUXARZ5, we use moo hole if you want to say it in human, but you say if you want to communicate to a moose. One of my lively experiences of the moose. I went camping one day. I found a moose, and it looked like it was about to charge at me. It started walking near me. I made the weirdest noise I can. What was that weird noise? But I didn't know it was gonna be so famous so soon. And what happened? The moose communicated with me. All of a sudden, we were going like, and he leaves. Yeah. And then you could just say we started to make this more famous. Anyway, fifth question, which will be the last one. Um, sorry, I'm still trying to think of it. I just want to get more info into you guys. Okay, fifth question. Ignore that wet spot that he's trying to point out. Okay. Wow. Anyway, what can you expect out of this? Like, we're expecting like to get famous kind of authors to get into our comic. We want like many authors as possible. We don't want a lot of authors, but we want to be What we're trying to make it famous, like lots of fans, lots of comics. The big spot, and we could do it with your help.
And also, people, please do not reference to anything else without permission or special thanks to. And stop touching my microphone. It must be a LAUXARZ5 comic. Cannot be something else. Must be LAUXARZ5. If you can understand me. Remember, people, it's not a common sprite comic. It's not a sprite comic at all. It's a picture comic.
What are these pictures of? We just said it. We referenced it. We acted it out. Not sprites. That's the first one. Not copyright. Not drawn. Well, you could draw it. Draw's good. But we want pictures so people can understand or actually read it. Oh, yeah. You cannot. This is the biggest rule. You cannot at all write. This is supposed to be an inside joke. We don't want the world to know. Okay, we want people to visit the comic and get fans. We do not want other people to know, but just between you and me, me, him, and the rest of YouTube who's watching this, we want this to like, if they make a comic, you type, you don't write. If you write it, we don't know what you're saying. It's probably gonna be messed up and it's gonna end up like mules. We want, so you have to write it correct as possible. And here are the last words of advice.
Last words of advice, people. Don't think when you pick the pictures. Find random pictures like do that face again, William, at the camera. Pictures like that, but he has to have his mouth open and you go like that. See? Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Captain's log signing out.